Hello and welcome back to our podcast. Big Brother Niger season 9 is back and so are we. Let's dive right into it. Just in case you've not had the time to watch the housemates for 24 hours, well, I've been watching for 24 hours and here is my unbiased, undiluted opinion about the pairs in the Big Brother house. You know, those that are promising, those that need to step up their game, and those that we need to watch out for. Let's dive right into it. First of all, the first couple that walked up on stage was the Zinwe pair. You know, they've been in a relationship for 5 months. Currently, for 24 hours, they look like a very strong pair. And we think for 2 weeks, they will look like a very strong pair. But for 3 months, will they still be a strong pair? You know, the guy is moving like he has got eyes for only Chilway. He's not seeing any other person. They look like they've got everything in sync. But we do think that if they stay in that house for 3 months, there might be no relationship that they'll be going back to after 3 months. The next pair that walked up on stage was the Radicals. Um, they also know that they also call themselves the gym bodies. When they got on stage, they were jumping. There was so much energy. In fact, someone made a joke that by the time they got in the house and saw what was bigger than them, it was that the guy that removed his shirt went to go and wear his shirt back. Currently in the house, they look like a strong pair. They did the HLH challenge and they got the highest nomination, which was two. They tied with the Mbadiwe brothers. And currently they are loved in the house. But the question though is, are they loved outside the house? And also they look like a pair that can be broken up by a lady or by a sheep. You know, if one of them falls in love or basically gets into a ship, it looks like someone that will listen more to the lady that he's one of them. They both look like they will listen more to the lady that they're in a ship with rather than their own payload. Something that can a ship can cause a friction between them. Next one is the flourish. It consists of two ladies. You know, some say one is a tomboy. You know, the other lady is girlish. They look like a strong pair. This ship looks like a ship. This pair looks like a pair that can be broken up by a guy. You know, once a ship is involved, this pair looks like one that can be broken up. Next pair is the Indian niece. Consists of his niece and her auntie. You know, the auntie is the one that really wanted to come to the show, according to what they've been saying so far. The other lady is Nne, short form for Nne Amaka, and she just decided to come on, you know, she wanted to come, but mainly for her auntie, so auntie can have an opportunity to be on the show. They look like, you know, it's family ties are strong ties, but from what we've watched for 24 hours, they look like a pair that would have a lot of disagreements because their worldview is different. The way Nne sees things is quite different from the way her auntie sees things, and we see a lot of friction that's going to happen between them. And because Nne looks like a gentle type, the type that doesn't want issues, and her auntie looks like someone that would always have issues with the housemate. You know, within 24 hours, she has complained about their drinking water and leaving. You know, she's always in the kitchen, and we know that those that are always in the kitchen will end up having kitchen fights. And we see Nne always having to come to try and separate fights, to try and douse down arguments, and it's only a matter of time because before it will wear her down. So we think, yeah, it's a family bond. No matter what happens, family is family, but there'll be a lot of disagreements in this pair. Next is the aces. Consists of two strong guys. The one is Sorge, the other one is Tropla, and you know, fine guys. You know, the ones that will cause issues in the house, especially with ships, and we're already seeing it. You know, the girls are kind of hanging out around them. You know, nobody would say it openly like, okay, this is a guy they want, but you just know that they are gravitating towards them. Sword especially is coming out of his shelf, trying to do certain things, show himself and all. They look like a very promising pair, and they look like one to watch out for. They on the surface they look like a pair that maybe girls or a ship would break, but we do not think so. We think, you know, they've got it a little bit covered. Except one of them truly falls for a lady in the house, then there'll be trouble in the pair. But they're a very promising pair. They're a pair that, you know, looks like drama will always be around them. The next pair we have is the Chateauria. there has been a lot of talk on this pair about the bond between them. When we talk about bonds in chemistry, the very laissez-faire bond is what we are seeing here. Very, very big. It looks like the weakest pair in the house, and weakest in terms of the cohesion between them, the strength between them. Not that they don't have fans outside the house. Um, we do think that, personally, I think it's a game that they're playing, trying to throw off maybe housemates. When we go further, we'll talk about a pair known as double K. But I also think it's a plan that will backfire on them, especially if one of them goes and catches feelings, as they are all moving like, oh, we're not in a relationship, we don't know each other like that. you know Even when they played the HOH challenge, um they were to pick another pair to give as HOH, and Victoria made a statement like, oh, let's pick the twins. And she didn't mention their names well, and he was like, what do you mean? She said, oh, you're twins. That gave like, what he's doing with the other ladies is beginning to get to her, which is okay, and which we think is what will happen. By the time one of them catches feelings outside of their pair, we're going to be seeing a lot of, someone is angry, but they don't want to show the anger. They don't want to be the first pair, or they don't want to be a pair that is always fighting. So, passive aggression is what we would think would come out of this pair. But, on the outside, I think they're a pair that people would love and keep in their house. And it would be intriguing to have them in the house. A lot of drama is definitely going to come around them. But together, there's just something off about them. Next pair we'll talk about is the Wani and Hande. They're not a pair that is new to, even Big Brother fans, and even to social media, to the entertainment industry. Wani on her own, she said we know that she dated Sadi, and if you remember very well, it was Wani that he dated, that he did not want to do anything in the house. He was all about, I've got a girlfriend, I cannot move, I cannot do this one. He was Diane's very good friend then. The irony of life is this same Wani now that is in the house at less than 24 hours. She's already looking like she's about to enter a ship with Sean. Sean is in the Santoria pair. It's funny, isn't it? Meanwhile, Sadiq came and his own experience was about, oh, I have a girlfriend, I cannot do anything. In this life, love yourself, because you never can tell. No lose guard. And yeah, talking about the pair, as both of them as a pair, yes, they are the strongest bond, if we can say that. These ones are unbreakable. Yeah, it would be very hard to break this pair, Wani and Handy. They are twins, they've done everything together. And we don't even think a guy self or a sheep can break them. Like, they are very, very strong. But one thing we'll say about their downside is that they are too much in sync. It's like watching one person two times. And variety is the spice of life. Other ships, there are different dynamics. You can see cold here, you can see hot here, joined together. You enjoy watching it as a pair. But this one is like watching two housemates that are exactly in sync at the same time. They wear the same clothes, they do the same, like everything is together. I just feel it can get boring at the point in time. We need variety. We need a little bit of difference. We don't want to watch one housemate. Or most time, yeah, it can be interesting, but watching one housemate two times every time can get boring. Moving on, we have the better team. It's
ṣó ti rọ́mọ tó ń jẹ́ dán ṣó ti rọ́mọ tó ń jẹ́ dán idán tó ju dán lọ idán tó gbé dán mi idán gangan idán gangan idán tó wọ human hair idán tó wọ human.
has been all going round and all that, but you see, TJ is married with a child, and we think it's not going to help his game, because he's got limited cards to play. Even in the house within 24 hours now, he seems withdrawn in his shelf. He's not really out there, the only time I even noticed him was during the immunity challenge where he ran like his life depended on it. Well, if they didn't get the immunity, there was as high chances I would have been going home. So he needs to step up his game. But TJ has Ben has tried, but TJ kind of seems into his shell. They don't look like really a strong pair, but they also look like a pair that nothing can really break them. Especially since one is married already. So a girl or a sheep cannot come between them. But they need to spice things up. They need to up their game in that pair. And then by the way, twins, just like the one day I handed twins, they're a strong pair.
Agbabola, Agbabola. How much is money? It's nothing. Ballin'. Alakwa. Premium or nothing. When them or nothing. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know.
Them, they seem like a strong pair. They also loved on the inside. They're a pair that people do not think that they'll get along like that with the housemates, but they're loved on the inside. But the question is, are they loved on the outside? Do they really have that much fans on the outside? And they seem like a pair that might not go all the way, but they've pulled a lot of surprises within 24 hours with the way they've moved in the house. So, they're a pair that probably would pull up surprises to the viewers, like, oh, wow, they're still the same way people are shocked that they got on stage is the same way probably people will think, these guys have gone far in the game. Then we have the Tannis team and the Tanny pair, comprised of two ladies. We feel that they are lost in the game. They need to really, really pull up, and up their game within 24 hours. It's hard to there's like a needle in a haystack where you cannot really pinpoint who they are. They've not really been able to showcase themselves and come out and stand out in the whole 28. They need to up their game seriously and put up drama or something. They need to come out of their shells. Then we have the Nelita pair. Yes, this is they look like we can't really gauge the strength of the pair, but they've come out of you know them, especially for one of the ladies, Nelly. She has already fallen from the step. Her dressing in the house and all that. They've done one or two things. They need to also up their game, but they've put themselves out there a bit. It's a promising pair, and it's also a pair that looks like a guy or a sheep can easily break, cause misunderstandings between them. We would love to see how that goes. The next pair we have is these trees. Then the one thing we'll give to this pair is that they've had a lot of conversations. They've tried to talk to almost everybody in the house, try to get to know people, try to bond in the house. We'll give them that. They also look like a pair that a woman or a sheep can break, because they've been all up all about it, trying to look for which lady is compatible with them and all that. A sheep can break this pair, and then also they need to put themselves out more drama should be coming from them so that they can actually stay in the house. Then we have the double K. This is a married couple that decided to come into the house and tell the other housemates that they are friends. Is there a strategy that would work for them? One thing we'll give to them is that they decided a storyline just like from first day. They've gotten us locked in. There's a storyline. There's something we have to watch out for. We keep watching. With the housemates know, with the housemates not know. I give it to them. Some people take time within 1 week to get a storyline. Some people, get a plot by week 2. But then from day 1, they've already gotten something to hook viewers. We'll give them that. We do not think, though, that they would last by telling housemates that are just friends. We think that it's only a matter of time before they even get touchy and all. Already Chinwe that is in a couple has already started suspecting them. It takes one to know one. And we think that over time, they would start doing couple things and will not even know that they're doing it, and the housemates will pick on it, because these are people who have lived as married couples. they will not know when they get touchy. They will not know when they start moving like married people and people just pick on it. It's something that I think is not going to be so easy for them to pull off, especially when they're in a house with a Zinwe pair that are already in a couple. And by the time people start forming ship and bonds, it's only a matter of time before they come together and just continue what they were doing. And then people get to know, okay, these ones are together. Let's see. For 3 months, I don't think it's something they can easily pull off. But we'll give it to them for the nice storyline that they started off. And, they're a very good, promising pair. And then we have the Checkers. The Checkers comprises of two sisters, the same thing again. Family. One thing we've noticed with Big Brother, he kind of got double of each pair. We have twins double, we have family, yes, two families double, two couples, we have done double, two couples, and those are single pairs, two guys, we have that. So like he got enough of double pairs. So this one's still like the needs to where there is family. Onyeka has done a lot for the pair in the last 24 hours. She has been out there speaking, talking. Her sister too has come out of her shell a bit, spoken. They pair that have started putting in the work right from day one. Some people say Onyeka needs to tone it down. She needs to learn balance and all. But then we'll say it's Big Brother. You either go big or you go home. You start toning it down and you might see yourself at home. With all these things she has done, she has already gathered, she has started gathering fans already. So it's the day one, 24 hours, people pick up fans early. And I think she has done well for herself. She has done well for the pair. But is her strategy one that will backfire? Time will tell. And we'll have to keep watching to find out. This particular season seems very promising. Big Brother looks like he no longer has affinity for mixed housemates, and but we feel that this particular set and this particular cast is one to watch out for. Viewers would have to be patient with them. You don't just expect they are one that we know that they are going to deliver, but they will slowly get into it. They are matured, so they will not just start fights and start all these things. But with time, the plot will thick and the drama will be thick on this particular one, because it's a lot of dynamics is currently at play in the house. It's a season to watch out for. Thank you so much for staying till this time. Please follow us on all platforms. I will see you in our next podcast. Ciao.